Okay, here we go. I got a couple new toys, so I thought I'd put them to good use. First toy is my new digital camcorder. I got it through a rewards program at work. And my friend Quayla and I have some plans for some other goofy videos for it. We'll come out with those later. And this on the table is my Ruger 1022, which was a Christmas present from my wife and daughter. The reason it's a 1022 is that it comes from the factory with a 10 round capacity and it is in 22 caliber. This happens to be a 22 caliber long rifle. Before we start handling it, of course, the first thing you got to do is take the magazine out and then make sure that the chamber is cleared. Having satisfied the need for it to be unloaded, it's now safe to operate. I figured what I'd do is I'd do a quick overview of this as well as disassemble it the first time. I want to keep a video log of everything I do. First time I clean it, first time I shoot it, and then every time afterwards. The Ruger 1022 is somewhat of an iconic gun in the gun world, even though it's rather modest in stature. They've been making these since 1964, and they've made over 5 million of them in that time. I figured if they've made 5 million of them, they probably know what they're doing. Another thing about the 1022 that's very popular is it's highly modifiable. I'm not sure what's going to happen with this one. I've thought about modifying it. We'll see what happens. There's a lot of different stocks you can get for it. It comes from the factory with a rail already with it. You attach this, and I've got this scope. A little large for the gun itself, but that'll just go easily on there. Another modification I've already got is this is a 25 round magazine. Interesting that Ruger makes 25 round magazines for the 1022, but if you go to the website and you live in Toledo, Ohio, they won't send it to you. You can go to the big box store in Rossford and buy all of these you want right off the shelf. But it's kind of nice to have a 25 round magazine when you're shooting. You spend a little less time loading and unloading. As I said, it's the 22 caliber. The 22 caliber is nice because it's very inexpensive to shoot. You can get about 100 rounds, or I'm sorry, about 500 rounds for $15 to $20, depending on the kind of load that you're going to put in it. When you're dealing with other rounds, other calibers, you can be considerably higher, and the availability just isn't there. 22 long rifles, you can pretty much get them any place. Myers, of course, Walmart, Kmart, Bass Pro, Gander Mountain, you name it. Just so you know, this is a 22 long rifle cartridge right there. I don't know, probably an inch or so. And for reference, this would be considered a high-powered rifle cartridge. This is a 7.6254R, somewhat equivalent to 30 caliber, 30-06. You can see the difference. Aside from the pure size, this in weight, this travels anywhere between 800 to 1400 feet per second, and this would probably 2400 to maybe even 32, depending on the kind of load. But it gives you an idea of what this particular gun is shooting. Just for reference. And the other reason I got this particular, or I was hoping to get this particular gun, was when I go out shooting with my friend Rich. This is what I shoot. This is a Smith & Wesson 22A. This is also chambered in 22 long rifle. Clear, no magazine. This is my shooter. Last year we probably put close to 1,000 rounds through that. Just fun to shoot. The rounds are inexpensive. You can go out, shoot up a couple hundred rounds, have a good time. And as I said, the really nice thing about it is that this and this shoot the exact same kind of rounds, so I don't have to worry about different kinds of rounds. So anyhow, as I said, this is somewhat of an iconic rifle. A lot of people, gun owners, have either had them or have them. Comes apart rather easy. Screwdriver. And you take this foregrip clip off. Simply slides off. And there's a screw underneath the stock itself. As I said, these are highly modifiable. You can get numerous stocks, wood and plastic. After you've got that screw, you just lift it off. There's your stock. And there's what's left of your rifle. These are very simple, very easy to maintain, very easy to clean, very reliable. That's the other thing about them. Especially when you're shooting 22 long rifle, some of them tend to not be real reliable. This is an auto loader. You shoot it once, action loads another cartridge, and you're ready to fire again. You can actually turn this into something that's fully automatic if you want to. I've seen them online where they have. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the trigger assembly out. And to do that, there's a pin here and a pin here. The old-fashioned golf tee, and tap through there. And this will just slide on out. Now this is, as I said, this is the trigger assembly. This is the hammer itself. This was what would come up, strike the firing pin in there, and of course set off the round. The owner's manual says not to get in there, but as you can, I don't know if you can see in the video or not, but there's four other punch pins that you can push out, and this whole thing is actually very easy to disassemble. There's also a lot of modifications. You can get triggers, hammers, magazine releases, action releases. So it's very easy for even a novice to do their own work, have some fun with this. These don't like to come out so pretty well. So what we're going to do, give me a little punch and take that out as well. There we go. Now there's one more that needs to come out. This is the bolt assembly, and this one keeps the bolt assembly from going all the way back. So I'll just tap that out as well. And then slide this back, slide the bolt assembly back. Get my big hand in there. And gently lift up. There's the bolt assembly. This is the charging hammer and the spring. and you can see inside the action there. Of course, the chamber. And that's all there is to it. Now what I'll do when I'm done here is I'll get my cleaning tools out, take my wire brush, I'll wire brush all the way through here, take the cleaning solvent, any leftover grease or metal parts will be swept away. Then I'll run the bore brush down the barrel with the rod, swab that out, run the patch down there, and we'll be good to go. I'll reassemble it, then it'll be ready for firing. Hopefully, like I said, we'll have a few more videos of this in the near future. Of course, as we know, we're living in northwest Ohio. It all depends on what the weather is. So far, the weather's been real nice, but who knows what's going to happen in the near future, right? Anyhow, I'm going to shut this thing off. Right now, I don't have a catchy catchphrase to sign off my videos. If you have any ideas, let me know, and I'll be glad to institute them. But for now, we'll see you later. Bye.